The role of an adoptive parent entails ensuring their newly welcomed son or daughter truly integrates into both the family unit and the broader community. However, these responsibilities can pose challenges, particularly when the child hails from a different country. So, with this perspective in mind, when two families residing in a small town in Missouri adopted daughters from two different cities in China, they organized a playdate for their new children. Their specific aim was to assist both girls in adapting to their new American homes. However, as the girls bonded during their playtime, one of the mothers couldn't help but ponder why their connection had developed so rapidly. She harbored hopes that a DNA test involving her adopted daughter and her friend's adopted daughter would shed light on this question. What made this situation even more poignant was that the mother in question was Stacy Manage, who had always held the conviction that she would become a mother to children from across the ocean. "Even at a young age, I'd always desired to adopt from China," she said in a Facebook video for Calvary Church posted in September 2016. In 2010, Stacy made her wildest dream come true. She and her husband Jim adopted Eliana, a 4-year-old girl from Longjiang, China. However, while the Manager family hails from a Missouri town with fewer than 6,000 residents, they weren't the only locals trying to adopt children from overseas. Indeed, it turned out that a couple who lived 3 miles away from the Managers were also in the process of adopting a girl from China. Stacy and Jim quickly befriended Paige and Steve Galabiers after bonding during a meeting at their church for adoptive parents to be in 2008. At that time, Paige and Steve were attempting to become mom and dad to a girl who had been left at a bus station in Zhuhai City. However, it would be a further 5 years before Paige and Steve's new child made it to the U.S. The Galabiers' daughter, Kinley, arrived in 2013, and she immediately bonded with Eliana. "They go to the same school, they go to the same church, our families are together," Paige told Fox 2 St. Louis in November 2016. But Stacy started to notice even closer similarities between the pair. "They pout the same way," she explained to USA Today in November 2016. "Their personalities are the same." As a result, she couldn't shake the notion that her daughter shared more with her new friend than just her nationality. What's more, Stacy's mom was Kinley's Sunday school teacher, and she too had noticed the similarities between her granddaughter and her pupil. "She'd tell me all the time, 'It's just like Eliana,'" Stacy revealed in a January 2017 interview with People. Stacy's husband, Jim, had a different perspective though, and so he encouraged his wife to let go of her notion that the two may be connected in some way, but instinct overcame all of the logical thinkers whispering in Stacy's ear. As a result, she circumvented her husband and went straight to Kinley's mom, Paige. Then she asked if she could give the girls a DNA test to find out if they were somehow related. But no matter how many similarities the two girls seemed to have, the odds were stacked against Stacy's gut instinct. After all, her daughter had been discovered in a hospital 2 hours away from Kinley's bus station. On top of that, China has an enormous population of more than 1 billion people. What were the chances that the adoptive Missourians were related? Yet, with all of this in mind, Paige still agreed to let Stacy conduct the DNA test. She hoped a definite no would end the discussion. All those times when she would ask if the girls looked similar didn't go unnoticed, Paige told USA Today. She added, "I thought, will this finally stop the conversation? There's nobody who thinks the odds are in favor of this having merit." But Stacy stuck to her instincts, and in April 2015, she gave each of the girls a cheek swab. She then sent their DNA samples to a testing lab and waited patiently for the results. And when Stacy finally received the results in August 2015, she could barely contain her excitement. She even penned a Facebook post to share what a little bit of genetic testing had uncovered. This picture is not just a picture of two beautiful and very happy little girls from China who happen to be connected because their parents are the best of friends living 3 minutes from door to door, she wrote. "What your eyes are seeing is a miraculous gift." She went on to say, "The girls have too many similarities to mention. In our flesh, we would compare smile and laugh, but the population of China is 1,401,586,600. So of course, that was impossible." Well, friends, nothing is impossible. What prompted Stacy's remarks was, of course, the test result. Incredibly, this showed with 99.99% certainty that Eliana and Kinley shared a biological parent, and the end of Stacy's Facebook post reflected this reading. "After DNA testing, we found out our sunshines are sisters." Understandably, the situation stunned everyone involved. I think all of us were just looking at the odds, Stacy's once skeptical husband, Jim, told People. The family's adoption counselors were at a loss, too, since they had never handled such a situation. They didn't know how the managers in Goldberg's should tell their daughters. Even Stacy, who had been steadfast in her belief that the girls were related all along, found it challenging to fully comprehend the news. She shared with USA Today, "It took a whole year for it to transition from my head to my heart, but now that it has settled in, the families, and especially their daughters, couldn't be happier." In a stroke of incredible fortune, Jim recounted to People how his daughter, Eliana, reacted upon learning that her best friend was also her sister. She was absolutely overjoyed. She wore that joyful grin for hours. Eliana herself expressed her delight in her new role as the big sister, saying, "I'm the boss," embracing her newfound responsibility. Following this astonishing revelation, the families of the girls decided to do everything in their power to nurture and strengthen their sisterly bond. The managers and the Goldbergs even contemplated purchasing adjacent land to ensure the girls could always be together. Page conveyed their perspective to USA Today, stating, "These girls share an invaluable bond. As parents, our duty is to nurture and support it.